Hi everybody, welcome to Cruis'n with Chrissy. I'm Christina and this is Remington. He is one of our 3 dogs. We have 2 Yorkies and Sadie, a Saint Berdoodle. So he's going to kind of be with me today. All right, so one of the things that I wanted to talk about is solo cruising. Have you ever thought about taking a trip by yourself? Why not? I have taken one solo cruise. Steven has taken a couple, and they weren't that bad. So I highly recommend it. Whether you intentionally plan on going solo, which my trip was not, and I'll get into that in a minute, but they can be just as fun as going with another person or a family or a group of people. It is what you make of it, and I really enjoyed it. And a couple of things to think about is what cruise line you want to go on, and are you there for the activities? Are you there for the destinations? What's taking you on your journey? And a lot of people stress about, am I going to be bored? Am I going to have anything to do? Am I going to be alone all the time? What am I going to eat by myself? That just doesn't sound fun. It sounds scary. And if you give it much thought, it does, but it all works out. And I went on a Royal Caribbean cruise 2 years ago, and it was over a Halloween cruise, and Steven was supposed to go with me. But the night before, something happened and he was injured and was not able to go. And so I went on, and we didn't have cruise insurance, travel insurance. So it was better for one person to enjoy it and get the money from it than 2 people missing out and the money is already gone. So I went ahead, and again, I had a great time. It was what I made of it. I did some meet and greets, or they had some solo cruising events that I went to. I was able to meet a lot of new friends. Whenever we went to dinner, I had the option of dining by myself, which I did at times, or they put me with a table of 5, 6, 8. It was a big round table, and you introduced yourself to everybody. They weren't all solos, some were with couples, but everybody was so pleasant and so fun, and we just got to know each other. So when we saw people out and about walking, or if I saw people at the pool area, I'd say hi, or people would walk by and say hi to me. It was just nice having that friendly face, meeting new people. I enjoyed doing some of the trivia, some of the games on board. My favorite thing was to go to, at night they would have at the Effie Jewelers, they would have the free champagne and a giveaway, and I would go there, and I actually won. That was fun. But yeah, it was really great experience, and I wouldn't hesitate to do a solo travel again. But there are a couple of lines that I would really recommend if you are looking for solo travel, and it's not really anything of significance as to why I would choose these 3 over the others, other than it's just my preference. And again, like I said, I did Royal, and that was a great experience. When you do go on a solo travel, you are paying a single supplement, so it is usually the price of 2. There are some cruises like NCL and Virgin Voyage that has the single or solo cabins, so you just really have to do your research, and you can get some great savings too if you plan ahead and talk to a travel advisor or look online, whatever it may be, and you can find some really great deals for solo travel. And another one is, like I said, Norwegian Cruise Line has great rates. They do a single supplement. They have 7 ships to choose from that have studio cabins. They have the cabins themselves are smaller, of course, because it's just made for one. They're about 100 square feet, to where usually another style cabin is 200 plus. So your cabin is a little closer. And they have, NCL has meetups, gatherings. They do have options where you can do solo cabin and balconies and ocean view, but you just have to pay that supplement. But some older ships may not have that option for the solo cabins, as they have a lounge. The newer ones have the lounge for the solos, but some of the older ones do not. Princess is another line that you could check into some solo cabins for. It is a premier cruise line. They don't have the solo cabins like NCL does, so you are paying that double supplement. But Princess has some great qualities. Unfortunately, they tend to have a friendlier environment. Not that I've had a bad experience with some ships. Some just aren't as friendly as the others. But Princess, they've got activities, meetups, entertainment that are kind of towards your single or solo passenger. You've got movies under the stars where you could meet other people. And one of the good things about Princess is they tend to not have that party atmosphere, like that blaring noise that you can hear in your cabin or far away. There's just a nicer, more laid back, not a party atmosphere. And another one that I'm looking forward to go on for solo travel in my future travels is Virgin Voyage. We have sailed on Virgin before. I loved it. We was on Valiant Lady, and it was a great experience. Now Virgin Voyage is a cruise, adult only cruise, so that's one of the things that I really enjoyed about that. It's where I got my tattoo. And they have solo cabins, and it's really nice. So I'm looking forward to that. And what can I say? More and more cruise lines are starting to accommodate the solo traveler, because it is coming. You're getting more people wanting to go travel and not caring so much about having that certain somebody or family. They're ready to go, but they can't find somebody to go with them at their time frame, and that's okay. Solo travel can be just as fun as traveling with someone else. So if you're looking, again, just do your research. That's the main priority. All right, well, that is just my take on solo traveling. And me and Remy's ready to take off. So happy travels.